Good afternoon, and welcome everyone here today for what is a very, very exciting day for Sacramento Kings basketball. I'm here to introduce the latest member of our franchise, Mr. Dennis Schröder. Before I pass over the mic to him, I just want to say a few words about Dennis and why Dennis. If you can recall my opening press conference, which now seems like a long time ago, a few months ago, I talked about this need for this team and organization at the point guard position. I also talked about creating an identity for this organization and this team and how we wanted to play. As a reminder, those 6 things are competitive, tough, team-oriented, disciplined, accountable, and professional. So when you marry those 2 things together, when free agency was embarking upon us, this was the number 1 guy we felt in the league for us that was going to fit that bill and help us establish. He's a building block to us establishing that sustainable success that we're striving to get. Dennis, throughout his career, for those of you who have followed, and I know most of you in this room have, he is very tough, energetic. He plays the point guard position really with no fear, so I have a great deal of respect for that. I've watched him over the years at a number of different organizations and quite frankly been on the wrong side of some of his good games. But he really feels the need for us, another building block as we move forward. And again, I would say to all, it's another step in the process of building this team up. You know, there's old saying that Rome wasn't built in a day, but you got to start laying the right type of foundation of people. And Dennis not only is a great basketball player, but he's the type of person that we desire to have in this organization. So once again, extremely excited to have him. And I want all of you to really give him a nice warm welcome here as I turn over the mic to Mr. Dennis Schröder.
Yeah, first off, appreciate your words. That means a lot to me, my family. I mean, it's always, I'm always grateful for opportunity like that, that a organization believes in me, a GM believes in me. I'm always, giving everything I have, every single day, every single practice, every single game. I always try to leave it all out there. So I'm extremely happy to be here, to be a part of, the Sacramento Kings moving forward, try to set a culture. Yeah, I'm really grateful for this opportunity. And I can't wait to get started.
Okay, with that, we will open it up to questions. And for those of you, please introduce yourself to Dennis as well when you ask your question. Thank you.
I got it. Dennis, I'm Sean Cunningham with KCRA. Welcome to Sacramento. Just a minute ago, hearing Scott kind of say those words, I mean, for someone who's kind of been as well traveled in this league as you have been, what does that mean to know that they prioritized you and you identify, or you at least check some of those boxes that they're identified that they want to bring in within this roster?
I mean, it means a lot. Like I said, I've been 12 years in this league now, 31, got 3 kids, my wife. So really grateful to be around this league. Such a long time, first off, but to have a GM and the organization prioritize me as their point guard means the world to me. So I want to give it back, of course, when I get back here, every single day, every single practice, games, to leave it all on the floor and give everything for this organization.
And what would you just say this past 2 years has been like? I mean, I think it's 5 teams now, and during that time, I mean, what kind of toll does that take on you professionally?
For me, like I said, I'm in my point in my life. I always take the positive out of the situations. To be around, all the owners, all the GMs, all new teammates. Last season was 3 teams, and good to meet Steph Curry, Draymond Green, then go to Detroit, Kay Cunningham, all those guys, and before that, starting the season to go to Brooklyn, and it was different roles, so I had to adapt to it, but I always take the positives out of that, and my family's always with me. We always traveling together, and nothing really changes for me. But like I said, it's a blessing to have somebody like Scott, seeing what I do on the court and prioritize me and bringing me here.
Hey, Dennis. Brendan Nunez, Sackdown Sports. Welcome to Sacramento, man. Congratulations.
Yeah.
First of all, just what kind of were your impressions of this roster as a whole? How good do you think you can be? And, do you have relationships with some of the guys on the roster already?
I know Zach Levine a little bit, Debo as well. Couple of my new teammates, they with Mark Bartelstein, our agent. I'm looking forward to meeting everyone, but I think we can be great. We got a lot of talent in this room. I think we just got to, build the chemistry all together and prioritize winning, making sure that every single game counts and we want to go out there and make sure we beat everybody's ass. That's what we're going to do.
Scott, well, you talked about wanting competitiveness. That seems to fit into that.
Absolutely. That's music to my ears when I heard that. Obviously, we talked a lot about that in terms of this season being so important that when people come see the Kings play, home or on the road, that they know they're going to get a very tough, hard-playing team that plays together, that leaves it all out on the floor each and every night. And we can live with the results if we do that. And this guy, we believe strongly is going to be the catalyst to that, along with obviously the rest of the team. But you need a leader at that point guard position, and I think Dennis is going to definitely provide that.
And yeah, you mentioned some of like the intangibles there, but saying he #1 guy in free agency, what about him stylistically do you feel like made him a good fit with this group?
I where I'm from and how I learned and grew up and playing the game in places like Detroit, Michigan, this guy embodies that. You pick up 94 feet. You very combative in a good way on the court. And so that just really resonated with not only my personality, but Coach Christie's personality, our entire organization and what we're building here. We want the more individuals we can get like that and play that kind of way, the closer we get to establishing the true identity that we want for this basketball team.
Hey, Dennis. Jeremiah Solomson, Sports Radio Service. Welcome to Sacramento. The opportunity here in Sacramento, how exciting is it for you to, more than likely have a very expanded role at the point guard position, kind of being looked to as the guy at the position here right now? Is that an exciting opportunity for you at this point in your career? And, if you could just speak to the opportunity here.
Yeah, to be a starting point guard in the NBA, I think you can't ask for more. And then to go out there every single night, to establish a culture, how we want to play. And like Scott said, to be the leader, to, make sure we do it every single night. Being the voice with all those other guys in the locker room is all you can ask for. And like I said, I'm gonna be really excited when I come back, to glue with those guys, and then every single opportunity we get, we try to compete.
Hey, Dennis. Deuce Mason, how are you?
Good.
How do you feel like you can impact this team most, especially since they needed a point guard in a big way?
If you watch me play the last couple of years, I always do the little things. Defensively, 94 feet, picking up, making sure we play with energy. on the defensive end, on the offensive end, making sure you put your teammates in position, pushing the ball, pushing the pace. I mean, if I have to take 10, 15 shots a game because the game tells me to, I do it. But other than that, I always try to make sure I control the game, put my teammates in position to be great, and I mean, the most important to win games.
Dennis, welcome. Jason Anderson with the Sacramento Bee. First for you, and then Scott, if I could follow up with you. You know, you've talked about kind of your path and your travels a little bit. How much have you craved, you know, kind of the situation that you've spoken to where, you know, you feel wanted, you feel prioritized, and like the opportunity is what you want? Like, how much have you kind of desired that as you've moved around the league in recent years?
I mean, I got to say, before Brooklyn, Detroit, all those teams, I felt always great. I'm, you know, not disrespecting anyone, but to have this commitment from an organization, from Scott, that is what I didn't had the last couple of years. And like I always say, I'm a make sure we pay him for that. And in all those little things I bring every single day, but it's a big opportunity for me, for the organization, for the team to be great, and I'm gonna give everything I have to be great this season.
And Scott, as you look at what more you guys can do, does it feel like you're done? Does it feel like you have other moves you can make? I know a lot was made about like retaining the MLE in this deal, but it's a little unclear like how much of that you guys can use with, you know, the aprons and the luxury tax stuff. Like, can you walk us through just a little bit of where you guys are at with that?
Well, obviously, the free agent signing was the second part of our process. The first being about a week and a half ago with the draft. So we felt we added some very good young players who have a chance to contribute as rookies this year. As was noted before, they're 22 and 23 years old. So they have more experience than a lot of the 18 and 19-year-old guys, and they're a little more physically mature. So we like that. We felt that that gives us a chance to get better. Said all along, the key to getting the point guard, and this guy was the key to that. And from this point on, you've heard me say this many times, we're going to be both opportunistic and prudent as we survey the landscape in terms of adding any additional pieces to the team. So we'll figure that out as the next days and weeks go by. But I like where we're at today, and that's what I want to, finish with that, and we'll see what tomorrow brings.
Back over here, Dennis. Brandon Benitez here up on stage. CBS 13, welcome to Sacramento. I'm just curious about any impressions that you had anytime you had to visit Sacramento. What was the atmosphere like, and if there was anything that stuck out to you in your trips here?
Yeah, I mean, the fans is the first thing what comes to mind when you hear the Sacramento Kings. Always loud, and then always when Keegan Murray scored, Keegan Murray, I kind of like that. And every time when I was on the bench, I was, he was scoring, and I was like having a smile on my face. That was pretty, unique because he's with my agent, Mark Barterstein, as well. But like I said, the fans is great, and that's all you can ask for. Every time when I came to Sacramento, I stayed in the hotel, walked a little bit with my wife when we came here, but that's it.
I'm sure there's a chant ready for you. It's just going to take a little bit of time. As for Scott, yeah, right? As for Scott,
Yeah.
I'm curious. A lot of players have been pretty vocal about the CBA, and I'm just curious about your experience throughout this offseason of any added degree of difficulty. What's that looked like trying to navigate the good and the bad of this CBA?
It's never been an easy task since I've been in the league, to be honest with you. A lot is being written and talked about now with the first and second aprons, which makes things challenging, to say the least. But, I approach this off season just like any other time I've had since I've been in the league, again, with a positive outlook, trying to figure out how we can get something accomplished instead of saying why we're not going to get something accomplished. So that's how I look at it.
Hey, Dennis, back here as well. Kevin John, ABC 10. Welcome to SAC. My question for you is, you've been in the league for a significant amount of time, played on several teams. At this point in your career, do you still feel that you have to prove something? Do you still have a chip on your shoulder? And if so, how do you embrace that and go about that?
Chip on my shoulder. I mean, I got my own legacy. Every year, every day when I wake up, I try to be 1% better. It don't matter if it's in basketball and life. I just try to be great every single day for my family. Of course, now for organization who really wants me here, but I don't have to prove anything. I mean, I'm from Germany, Braunschweig. To be here 12 years and now signing a 3-year contract is where I'm from is unique. So yeah, nothing to prove.
Dennis, just a quick follow-up. I wanted to ask about playing with somebody like Sabonis, who's so instrumental in getting the offense rolling. Is he kind of a unicorn in his own right? Have you played with anyone like him? I was trying to go through the history in my mind here of who you played with, and I wasn't landing on anyone.
No, I mean he's unique. How he pushes the pace when he gets the rebound, gluing everybody together, hitting people backdoor cuts, and great passes. Really physical, big, who set screens. Great in the pocket. Can shoot it. I mean he's unique. So I'm really looking forward to compete with him. We had a couple of battles in Europe as well. So now he's on my side. We're on the same side. So really looking forward to compete with him. Perfect.
Thank you.